Out, I've met most of you before, or a lot of you before, and if not, we'll meet you today. And any of you that got the complimentary copy of CBC Exposed for buying Daniel's book or the package, bring it up to me if you want it signed. More than happy to do that. I host Byline on Sun News Network, for those of you that don't know, 9 p.m. Monday to Friday. Sun News, everyone wants to ask, so I'll tell everyone right now. People keep saying, how's Sun News doing? We are in a better position than we have ever been. We are at the point now where every cable company in Canada has to carry us. And we're in the middle of, our executives are in the middle of working out deals with each and every cable company across the country.
Here.
We're on Basic, on Bell, which I found out one day when a couple of young guys showed up my front door and tried to convince me to switch to Bell 5. I did, and then we're working through that with all the other cable companies and satellite companies, and this will ensure that Sun News is there for the foreseeable future, which I think Canada desperately needs. One of the things that Canada also desperately needs is freedom press and books like this, Liars. On Byline every night, I talk about the need to engage the culture and change the culture, because politics, the election that we're in right now, is downstream. It's downstream of the culture. Politicians, people call politicians leaders. They're not, they're followers. They follow the culture, they follow the prevailing winds, they try and figure out, which way are things going, and then they try and get in front of it. The old saying, there goes my parade, I better get in, or there go my people, I better get in front of them so I can lead. That's what politicians do. So we need to engage in the culture, and I know a lot of you are involved in doing that. But Freedom Press is filling a void. Freedom Press is doing what the Americans have been doing so well for years, putting out books that are timely, that are vital to the discussion that we need to have. And I want to congratulate Daniel on just a fantastic book, because we all know the Liberal record. But you forget some of it because that's how bad it is. That's how long and awful it is. And he took it all and summarized it here, and you don't have to drive up to Renfrew and see that liberal sign as you're going through town with all the broken promises on it. He's put it in a book. So if you haven't bought a copy of the book, buy one. If you've bought one, buy an extra one. Buy 2 extra ones. Give them to your Uncle Bob, your cousin Larry, your wife, your husband, whoever won't listen, whoever is being bombarded by their public sector union on why they have to bankrupt the province to keep their paycheck going, give it to them. It's funny, I've been meeting a lot of people over the last few days who work for public sector unions in the province of Ontario, not the federal ones, but the provincial ones, the firefighters, the cops, and they know what the deal is. They know that their union is out there just trying to make sure their paycheck is there, and on the one hand they appreciate it, but they also know that the way the things are going, it's going to bankrupt the province, and if the province is bankrupt, guess what happens to their paycheck and their pension? So not every one of your neighbors and friends that is employed in one of these organizations is going to be against this message. Seriously, consider buying 2 copies. I want to bring up Daniel now to say a few words about it, and he'll be around later on to mingle and sign copies as well. Daniel?